Hola, bonjour, hello, and welcome to First Look. This is our international edition, and now we have a featured player for today's First Look. It's Jerry Cipriano, who is our head writer, our head news writer here on the Evening News. Hi, Jerry.
Hi, Katie. How are you?
Now, Jerry was really afraid of me when I first came here because he never worked with anybody quite like me. But now I think he loves me. Wouldn't you say that's true, Jerry?
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
I'm getting there. Really.
Come on, we're having fun, right?
We are. We're having a lot of fun.
And Jerry and I write, Jerry and Joe and Mary Alice, who are over there on the other side of the partition. Here, Nicola, just give them a big little shout out. Say hi, you guys. Hi, guys. Anyway, the three of them help write, or actually do write, the newscast every night, and I put my 2 cents in when I can, and we have a lot of fun actually writing together, I think. We're trying to make the writing more entertaining and interesting, accessible, understandable, and yet still have the integrity of CBS News, right, Jer?
Yep. Tell the news in a way that's relevant and that people understand it and have some fun with it.
Yeah, exactly. But Jerry gets carried away some days, but I
got to be reined in.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I take him off the ledge. All right, so let's talk about what's on the rundown tonight.
Okay.
Jerry has this. Actually, Nicola, maybe you want to look at Jerry's computer screen because this is the rundown of the show. I know Rome and I and Bill and Katie and I have talked about this before, but I don't think we've actually shown a rundown. So this is actually a First Look exclusive.
This is a list of all the stories that are going to be in the broadcast tonight. This changes all afternoon, and sometimes while the show's on the air, we're making changes. But we start with the headlines of the broadcast, and tonight we're starting with politics. We're going to be doing a lot of politics between now and Election Day. And the
president is in Montana campaigning for Conrad Burns, and so Jim Axelrod followed him there. And we're talking about sort of these very tight races, tighter than a wet bathing suit on a long ride home from the beach, as Dan Rather once said. Can you believe I actually remember that? Anyway, we might have to pull out a few of those on election night, don't you think? A few Ratherisms. But anyway, so we're talking about some last-ditch efforts by the president in tight races to give a little help to Conrad Burns today. And then we're going to do a political chat. What are we going to be talking about, Jer?
We're talking about how the battle seems to be shifting now to the Senate side, where the Democrats think they have a shot at taking that as well as the House, and the Republicans are sort of holding on for dear life. So,
and those three key battleground states of Virginia, Tennessee, and Missouri, where things are tight, and that's sort of considered the firewall. The Democrats have to win at least 2 of those races, and obviously the Republicans want to hang on to 2. But if Montana shifts, then they only need to win 1 of those races, right? I think that's right. Also, we're talking about the wildfires in the West. A suspect is going to appear in court, right? Jerry, and they haven't named him a suspect yet, have they, Joe? Or
not in this fire.
Yeah, he was actually in 2 earlier fires this summer,
He's
and
a person of interest in this fire.
Right, yeah, and so Jerry Bowen is doing a piece on that, and we're actually going to talk about the mind of the arsonist because don't you think people are fascinated by what would compel someone to do this? What is the psychological profile? Because it's really tantamount to murder, as 5 firefighters were killed as a result of these blazes. But I think people are actually fascinated by that. We're also doing a great story, Cynthia Bowers, the New Frontier, talking about laid-off auto workers in Detroit. Detroit's going through some tough times.
Right, and it turns out they're in demand now in another industry, which we're going to tell you about, so they're heading west. We're going to show you where they're going.
We have a really entertaining and interesting free speech about religion and politics, or separation of church and state, and I'm doing a piece on some of the funnier campaign commercials we've seen this election year and why negative ads are so effective. It's really just an excuse for me to run the Geico caveman ads because, I don't know, after you, Jerry, I have a crush on the Geico caveman.
After me?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
He's speechless.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen very often, ladies and gentlemen. But that's a look at what's coming up tonight on the CBS Evening News. Do you want to sign off?
How do I do that?
However you like.
I'm Jerry Cipriano, CBS News, New York.
Traditional, strong, powerful. I like it, Jerry.
And I'm not just for breakfast anymore. How's that?